we're back, everyone, for some more Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. And we are ready to conclude this first case here in the case against Phoenix Wright. And, in case you guys did not watch the last episode, it was a rather eventful one. And it concluded with the fact that Mia Fey, who we're playing as, has just indicted Dahlia Hawthorne on the charge of murdering Doug Swallow instead of Phoenix Wright, and now we're going to be hopefully getting to the bottom of the truth of the matter in this case. But before we conclude this case, hope you guys have an awesome day today, hope you guys doing well. So without further ado, see if we can bring Dahlia down. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Witness testimony, how I met my Feeny.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Mr. Wright, do that again, you'll be held in contempt of court. Not attempt, contempt. Now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Cross-examination, how I met my Feeny. Okay, she first met him 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's... Courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madam Fay. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
Hey there, Bala. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in the courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with a murder case. Miss Fay, I'm warning you, if this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case, I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I'd better tread carefully. We're gonna keep pressing. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony. Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
Oh, really? Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, a sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in the criminal cases 8 months ago. Order! This is unbelievable! It's true that the loveliest rose can hide a... Miss Fay, that's not fair! You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not...
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I just gotta stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. Oh, you really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. This guy with his hemorrhoids, I swear to goodness. And yes, that's gagging. That's me gagging on the thought of him freaking mentioning his hemorrhoids again. I am so sorry about that. Okay, witness testimony. The poisoning.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison as lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you heard from this witness testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne. But I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. We're gonna go ahead and save.
Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Ah, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing.
Cross-examination, the poisoning.
Okay. She met the lawyer was poisoned. She left the secret just a moment. Well, she heard it was a liquid poison. That was a very special kind of poison.
She won't even know where to get a poison like that.
Actually, she would. And I'm gonna present evidence. I'm gonna present Doug Swallow. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you.
What?
In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. The boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
But for pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems she had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at this very table. You.
No!
Order! Could it be?
That's nothing but baseless.
May I say something, Madam Faye?
What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Oh yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after an incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they?
She's right. They even mentioned that in the report.
Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She got me good with that. Did she, though?
Provide some evidence, or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye.
There are actually 2 things that can prove how she could easily get rid of it.
Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
The police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse, and yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse a young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison we carried in? What happened to it?
Well, we could either present one or 2 things. We could either present Phoenix Wright's profile, or we're going to present Dahlia's present. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Well, who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not.
She gave the poison to him disguised as a present.
But what? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding that one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
No! Run!
Order in the court.
Objection!
On behalf of Dolly, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? But because I'm madly in love with her.
Madly in love.
I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Well, I guess you must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... well, because of the necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Eek! Remember Mia, the defendant, he's getting away! Bailiff, hurry, after him!
Mia, are you alright?
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane.
Well, where's Mr. Wright?
Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace! It's Hawthorne's present! It's gone!
What? Well, that's terrible.
Excuse me. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now? Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it.
What?
You what?
You ate it?
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah. Ah! What the?
What? What is he doing now?
Your Honor, you got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem.
Objection!
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. Doing Payne's voice... I'm gonna have to do a normal voice for Payne from now on. Me trying to do his voice is just a little bit too much for me now. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that the assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept the explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything. Oh no. Even after I prove so much, is she gonna get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial. Mr. Wright! I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? That day, the day I met Doug Swallow. That 8-bit music. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. Could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Oh. That's a very important thing for him to leave out. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but... I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is... Miss Fay, you tell them. The Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne... Save? Stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fay. If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back, therefore... Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? Well, she wasn't trying to kill Doug Swallow. She was actually trying to kill Phoenix Wright. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out, but let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can that be? Well, I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago.
That's right, the bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why? Why would she go as far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true!
Feeny, what a joke you are!
Honestly, how could any woman ever count on you for anything? I haven't told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne? It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that, but first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked?
Would you prefer me? This way, Mr. Judge. With absolutely no proof you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But we're not finished. Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No! You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray? Well, Miss Faye? We're gonna go ahead and save. Can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge and let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible, you can't possibly. Stupid woman. It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one? If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid the very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She is planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Well then, Miss Faye, please present the evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. What about this? Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer X, Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine. Does a rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? Huh? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, why do they search me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar.
Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne? This cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being.
Victory is yours.
For the time being.
Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge. I'll see you later too, okay?
Yes.
I'm gonna go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
Whew. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. He did say that. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in there, right? You see, yes. And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killers. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have of this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? That's how I ended up going bald, ladies and gentlemen. I would have read that, but my throat is... I've actually been recording this whole case in one go, by the way. Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about from me. Come on, Judge. You and I both know that. And even she's like, don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Mr. Payne? This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true, my dear... Dolly. Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. This court finds the defendant Phoenix Wright not guilty.
And there we go. And that concludes the first case of Trials and Tribulations.
This court is adjourned.
April 11th, 3:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Sorry about that, I thought I got a text from a friend.
Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode.
Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them?
Thank you, Mia. Well, that's rather rude.
Well, so let's talk about your freaking hemorrhoids, you freaking weird... I'm not even gonna finish that sentence.
Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Ray, congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something? Boy, this poor kid still hasn't gotten a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Ray, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But, out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. Eek, what kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm starting to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Faye? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Ray, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. The friend that he's referring to, by the way, is Miles Edgeworth, who he saved at the end of Game 1 when he took on Manfred von Karma. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this show brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories, the end. And that concludes the first case of Trials and Tribulations. Brand new episode has been added, which is episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. Now you've probably noticed this guy whenever I entered the game initially on the thumbnail for the Switch. This guy with the weird visor thing. We're going to find out what he's all about here in the next case. But we are going to end things off here. We are going to take a couple days break, and the next time I see you guys, we will be beginning episode 2, which is The Stolen Turnabout, and we will be playing as Phoenix Wright once again, so hope you guys are looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and I'll be seeing you guys again next time.